Welcome back to Penny's 2 Cents. It's your girl Penny. Today, guys, I made a homemade mayo. I come across this recipe and I kind of made it my own. I want to show you the step-by-step process, and then I'm going to taste test it on a GenX sandwich, okay? So please watch how I prepared this homemade mayo. You might want to try it at home, and then stay here. I'm going to come back and make a sandwich out of it, see if it's any good or not. Okay, guys, today I'm going to make homemade mayo. Okay, I heard it's like a healthier alternative to mayo. It's kind of like an aioli, but I come across this recipe and I wanted to try it, and I'm going to make a GenX lunch, okay? So I'm going to use this mayo in it. So homemade mayo. Let's see how this turns out, guys. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we will find out. Okay, guys, let's make this homemade mayo. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like I said, I had to stop and get some tasting spoons and stuff. I'm just going to kind of wing this. But I'll tell you what the recipe that I kind of compiled asks for. I'm going to wing it. I'm going to do this by taste, basically, okay? So your main ingredient to this homemade mayo is boiled eggs. So I got 3 boiled eggs. I'm putting them in my magic bullet. I feel like that's the appropriate size. I don't feel like I need the humongous blender. Okay, so I got 3 boiled eggs here. The recipe calls for a ½ a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm not measuring it, guys. I'm going with my heart here. We'll taste it. We'll see. But ½ a teaspoon is not much, okay? So we're just going to call that a ½ a teaspoon. I'll probably end up maybe add more. Who knows? Okay? A ½ a teaspoon of yellow mustard. I also saw some with Dijon mustard. Whatever your favorite mustard is, I think you're good with that. So a ½ a teaspoon is just like, I don't know, that's probably more than a half, okay? That's what I'm going with. 2 to 4 tablespoons of water. I think you could use olive oil. But if you're trying to keep it a little less calorie, a little more healthier, okay. So, tablespoons, okay. We'll see how that goes. I did like 3 splashes, okay. Salt and pepper to taste. Okay, so I'm gonna do normal black pepper. We'll see, we might add more, we might not. And salt, guys, I hardly ever use just regular salt. I always use this Lowry seasoning salt because it has onion, it has garlic, I think it also has parsley in it, paprika. I always just use this. I feel like it's better than just salt. And this is no MSG added, so if you have an MSG problem, this is a good thing to use instead. I'm gonna watch it because sometimes salt gets to me, so I just put a little sprinkle in there. And then you can add sugar or honey to sweeten it. I'm not doing that yet. I want to see what it tastes like and then see if I want to add sugar or honey to sweeten it. I would say sugar or honey to sweeten it would make it more like a Miracle Whip. You know what I mean? Because you know how Miracle Whip's tangy, kind of sweet. Mayo's more tangy or saltier. So I guess that's what you're shooting for, right? Whatever's your favorite thing. So let's get this blended up and tasted, right? So put it on my magic bullet here. Flick it in. You're going to hear it make noise here. It's my suction cups on here. I want to kind of like shake this down a little bit. It's not all exactly blended up, but I want to... Let's try that. A little more water or something because it seems really thick, but I do want to do a little taste here. Okay, right now it's tasting like blended up egg salad. I want it to have a little more tang. So I am going to do a little more mustard. Maybe. A little more mustard. Like I said, I think this is one of those things you just play with it. Make it your own. Make it your thing, okay? It definitely needs more salt, okay? And I am gonna do another little splash of black pepper. And another splash of water, because it is pretty thick. It's almost like an egg salad right now. I am gonna go crazy. I'm gonna put a little bit of honey in it, just a drizzle. Nothing big, just maybe just a hint of sweetness. We'll find out. I don't want it to taste exactly like egg salad. I want it to be more like mayo. I'll try that out. It all falls down in there. Give it some shakes. Now, well, what's it tasting like now? We will find out. Definitely needs a little more salt. I think it needs a splash of a little more tang. I like the honey situation. It did add a little tiny sweetness. I'm gonna go about as much as I did last time. I think we're close. I think we are close. Oh, well, it's dribbling a little bit. I feel like it's missing a little something. It's pretty close. What is it? It's got like a... Yeah. Now it's tasted more like a dressing, like a Miracle Whip, okay? It's getting that little tanginess going on. Yeah. I thought about mixing it, but I think this is doing its job. Although it's leaking. It's not really leaking, it's like when I take off the lid, it wants to go around the seal. Okay, let's try that. I think I got it. I hope I did. See what I'm saying? It's like the stuff is going down around the... When I do like this, it's dripping down in the seal. So the magic bullet really isn't leaking. It's just... I think I got it. A little more honey. Just a little. I think it's at the right salt content. It might be a slight over the salt. That's why I thought maybe it's a little more honey to like calm the salt down a little bit. Let me wipe this off. Well, from what I'm tasting, I think this would be good on an egg sandwich or your like breakfast sandwiches. I think it'd be good on any kind of thing that you would put dressing on, like mayo, like a BLT. You know what I mean? I think it'd go good on that. And what I'm gonna put mine on. So give it one more bit of mix. I think that should be it. I'm trying to shake it down from the blender part. Oh yeah. Okay. I got the salt content. It's just a tad sweet, okay? Is it a mayo? It's giving me like a cross between like a egg salad. You know what egg salad tastes like. We didn't put any pickles or anything in this. So it's kind of minus like an egg salad minus the pickles. But it's kind of somewhere between egg salad and like an aioli, okay? I think if you wanted to make this more garlicky, you could put garlic powder or fresh garlic in here. That would be great. Put it on burgers. You know what I'm saying? I think this could be an all-around good sauce to put on stuff, to add to stuff. Dump your french fries in even. I think there's a lot of things you could use this for. Say if you don't have mayo, or say, you know, if you look on the mayo jar, there's a lot of stuff in there. You know, they got artificial this and colors and this and that. If you want to kind of control what you're putting in your stuff, I think this might be a good alternative. So I'm going to come back. Dad's already ate his lunch, so don't worry about him, okay? He's already ate his lunch. I've been kind of waiting around. I wasn't really hungry at lunchtime. Now I'm getting hungry. So I am going to make a sandwich and add this to it. And I'm going to make a GenX Sandwich, okay? So please stay right here and see what I'm going to make with my yummy new dressing, okay? My homemade mayo. Okay, guys, you saw how I put it together. I basically went by taste, okay? I had a starting point and I went by taste. So I'm going to make a GenX sandwich. I talked about this before. I was born in 1972, guys, okay? So I grew up at the end, through the 70s, into the 80s. When I was growing up, our parents were always busy working. Both of my parents had to work to make our household go, okay? So there were times, I learned how to cook fairly quickly in my age, for my age. I was the only child, so I did learn fairly quickly how to cook. But there was those days in the summertime where you just want to get something, eat it really quick, and run back outside. Okay, this was one of those things. So I made mayo. So normally you'd use normal mayo or Miracle Whip out of the refrigerator. But since I made this homemade mayo, I thought, let's try it on a sandwich. So what I would do, I always love mayo, okay? And since this is made out of boiled eggs, I am going to put a good slather on both sides, guys. One side of the bread and the other side of the bread. I'm going to put this to the test. I need to know if this stuff's any good or not. There we go. I got it on both sides. And cheese. Plastic wrapped cheese. American cheese, plastic cheese. That's what we always called it. Kraft, whatever. In the plastic. That's the kind of cheese we always had. I'm going one on each side there. Okay? Now, we did chip tasting the other day, and I got all these chips. I want to use them up, but I don't want to sit around and eat chips, okay? So anyway, we had some of these Ruffle honey mustard chips. This is what we did, guys. We wanted a crunch on our sandwich. Let me know if you've done this before when you were a kid. We wanted crunch on our sandwich. I kind of did this backwards, but we'll go for it here. That's how they add. And then I got some of these the other day too, these Dynamita sticks. These are hot honey mustard. this is what I wanted to do. I kind of want to do like a layer of these because these have like that really tangy, like a horseradishy flavor. Now, if we had bologna would go on here, guys. Even a cold hot dog. Sometimes we'd split a cold hot dog and put it on here. Sometimes we didn't have bologna or a hot dog. This is what we did. Here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put the chips on top of that. That way I can smush it down. Yeah, I'm good with that. This on top of here. That's what you did. Let me know. Did you eat your sandwiches like this when you were a kid? Do you still eat your homemade little sandwiches? Quick lunches. Smash it down, guys. You hear that crunch? Smash it down. That's what we always did. Let's try this thing out with this homemade mayo. I got stuff on the table. Oh well. Mmm. I feel like I got it everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. I am reliving my childhood here, guys. Okay, so it's like an elevated from what we're, you know, the GenX sandwich, right? This is a little elevated because this isn't like an egg salad like type dressing. But I'm really liking that with the cheese. Man, it's really good. It's really good. That would be good on, you could use this as dressing, guys. This homemade mayo, make you like a little tossed salad. You could use that as a dressing. You know what I mean? There's your boiled eggs that you put like in a Cobb salad, right? And your, you know, the spices and the salt and pepper and stuff. And I put a little sweetness to it, so it's kind of leaning towards like a salad dressing, like a Miracle Whip type thing. I am so glad I tried this because there's times where I know this has all happened to you guys. Like, have you ever been like wanting to make something? You look in the refrigerator and you look at the mayonnaise jar or the Miracle Whip jar and you're like, wow, I don't even have enough to make whatever you're trying to make. If you know this hack, now I know eggs are getting expensive, right? But if you know this hack of making like your own kind of a dressing, it might be something to think about. Like say like if you only have a couple tablespoons of mayo or Miracle Whip left and you need like a half a cup or a cup, make a batch of this. At least add it to that Miracle Whip or mayo or whatever. And then I think it'll make up for, you know, what you need. But try it on one of these sandwiches. Really good. Goodness gracious. This homemade mayo is pretty good, guys, okay? But I do kind of think you kind of have to like egg salad because you can kind of taste the boiled egg, okay? And I'm not saying I would just make this and never use regular mayo or never use Miracle Whip again. But I like knowing I have this because I know when I can make this. Because this would be good on a breakfast sandwich. It'd be good on like a BLT type situation. It would be good to use it. Say you get a salad and they didn't give you, say you order a salad from a takeout place and you didn't get any dressing with it and you look in your refrigerator and you don't have any dressing. I think you could doctor up this basic recipe and make it a dressing for your salad, to be honest. It's really good. I recommend this. I recommend this. If you're thinking about it being a mayo, it's not, but a mayo alternative, maybe, okay? So it's good on your sandwiches, guys. Try it out. That's all I can say is just try it out. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my sandwich. Well, I'm telling you, trying out some of this new stuff is very interesting because you're like, okay, it works. It works. You can think of different ways to use this. I think this would be good too if you put garlic in it and use it as like a spread for your sub sandwiches or your burgers or even a hot dog. I think you could use this for a lot of different things, guys. Okay, so even to dip your fries in. I know it sounds so crazy, a boiled egg type dressing and dip your fries in it, but I'm telling you, I think it would be great. Okay, so try this one out. Let me know what you would use this type of dressing for. Let me know what you would add to it to make it like something else. Like, what would you add to that to make it more like a salad dressing? Maybe a little oil, right? To put a little fat into it or whatever. But let me know what you would add to that to make it like a salad, use for your salads, okay? Your salad dressing. I mean, tuna? Make a tuna salad out of this dressing with a can of tuna or a pouch of tuna, can of chicken in this dressing. Add some fresh onion to it or celery, whatever you like to put in your tuna salad or chicken salad. Grapes, some people put grapes, some people put raisins, all kinds of things. But I think this would be a good alternative to that too. So anyway, that's it. Like I said, Dad is just fine. He's resting over in his chair. He's just listening to me jibber jabber to myself here in the camera. Jibber jabber to you guys. But he had his lunch and I just was not ready for lunch yet. But he was ready. So I had to get him fed. But this is really fun, guys. I hope you try this one out. Guys, I hope you're having a great day. I really, really do. My mind's just slipped me, guys. I was going to say something else and I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, guys, we hope you all have a great lunch, a great dinner, or a great late night snack. But most of all, guys, we hope you have a great day. Have a great day and a better tomorrow, guys. And God bless. Come back tomorrow. See what we're eating. See what we're reviewing. See if we like it or not. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.